Welcome back to the spreadsheet edit channel. So today will be the last topic on the leave management. Okay, so in the part one, in this management, right? So we're talking about the input parameters and pH, and the pH sheet will be used to as a validations. Okay, over the public holiday here towards the leave. Okay, and in the sheet 2 we are focusing on the listing. Okay, there are two different type of listing. One over here basically they are using nested if. The other one is using the secret formulas. Hold on, this one. Okay, the other one is using the VLOOKUP, and the value will be hidden under the parameters here. Okay, so as show as here. Okay, so this is the things. So outside of the range, okay, so it should invalid, and then we are using filter and etc. So today we'll focus on the last part, which is very crucial to all of the people who are manager level. So for this one, right, if you don't have the business intelligence tools or any other to do the reporting for you, okay, so you are the one responsible to do the summary and report to your superior. So what I'm going to do, I just give you have an ideas. For example, over here, right, for the summary, right, we are based on the input here. So from here we can see several type of things. Over here there are 1 2 3 4 5 6. For the summary to take effective, right, you need to first things see on the columns here. So this is the staff. Okay, so the staff over here, right, because this is only 1 month data, so it will be quite straightforward. Okay, if there are more than 1 month's data, okay, we can do the monthly summary. So for time being over here, right, because of the data set I have is very limited, so unless I pump in more complicated data inside, then we can see more. And also, since this is the first time I'm talking about the summary part, okay, so and also we will mainly use COUNTIF. Okay, is the if COUNTIF with the S1. Okay, as mentioned in my previous video. If you already missed it, you can go back to this video link, okay, below here. Basically I will put the COUNTIF videos, okay, which I made previously for you as a reference. Okay, so let's begin with this one. So as you can see in the input here, okay, just now I'm talking about the staff name, right, how many leave type they have. Okay, so from here, okay, we can do several things. We can copy like this, okay, or we can use this one as well. Okay, so for this case summary, I can do some things like this. I can do sorting, of course, and then I use unique. Okay, this unique to eliminate the difference, I mean the duplicate record. Let's say this, in case you double key in the data indirect. Okay, because we have do the very good starting on the parameters there, so we can use the indirect and then point to the reference the columns there. Okay, so this is the staff name, so go to the parameters here. So we're referring to the staff name, which is under the B4 here. Okay, so from here I just close the bracket. This is just closing for the indirect, and then closing for the unique, and then at last closing for the sort. Okay, so when I enter here, it will show nicely over here. Okay, so I just put staff name here and put it bold. Okay, so this one I can put total leave. Okay, so from here what I'm going to do is, first of all I'm going to do count if. Okay, what's the criteria? From here, right, we can use T input. Why T input? Because in the earlier video, which is under part 1, I make the data, right? So the data become the tables. Okay, so from here I'm going to open square bracket and open square bracket again. The criteria over here definitely will be the staff name. Okay, so close another bracket, and then of course I'm going to keep on staff name as well. Okay, so this is the first criteria range, and then what is I'm referring to? I'm referring to A5. Okay, so and then this one I didn't change the column, I need to change the row. I still static it. Okay, so for time being, that's all. Okay, let's say there's a year and month comes in, right? We can expand this formula immediately over here, so we additionals there. So once finish here, right? Okay, let's have to drag until down. Maybe this is another 2 4 6 11, which is under here. Okay, so I just put the indicators here. So if this is empty, what I'm going to do, basically I just going to do very simple things. I need to amend the things as if open bracket, and as the standard practice, need to open and close the bracket for the if. This one is equal to false criteria, then we only use this one. First one band, okay, we checking the empty cell. Which is the empty cell? Of course, it will definitely be A5. If it's empty, not 9, okay, so I return nothing. Otherwise, I'll calculate it. Okay, to further okay, it doesn't matter over here. If there's nothing that can be found, it will return 0, so no error from us here. So from here, right, okay, I'm going to drag until this row. Okay, so it show nothing here. Okay, to highlight this one, basically you can do selections over here, but we'll do it later on, because the standard practice is once we complete the things, then we proceed with the proceed with the last step, which is the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting comes when you complete the things. Okay, so the next formula we can use over here, basically you can see how many leaf type. Okay, how many leaf been took. Okay, like what is the leaf type been took. Okay, so for parameters here, there's no tables, so that's why I need to select accordingly. Okay, so this one I can put as a leaf type. Okay, total count. This is not total leaf. This is total leaf taken or apply. It's already subject to your requirements. Okay, so I just put total leaf taken. Over here I can put it as leaf type. What's the leaf type? Okay, and total count. So we can see for July how many been taken. Okay, so for this one I will copy the same things. Okay, actually the same, except I need to change the reference these parameters. Instead of before, I need to go back over here to check what's the leaf type been recorded. Leaf type reference is under E. So basically I just change one single character alphabet. Okay, it's E. Okay, so you see the magics. This is things it will change for you. As simple as that, you can see very efficient. Okay, and similarly over here, right, I'm going to change as well. Okay, so I can copy this formula. Instead A5, I need to change to E5. Okay, I'm quite used to use the desktop shortcut key, which is that will go to the next cell. but over here the next cell will just go to the range here, so I cannot do anything here. So for this one I change to E, and what's that over here? Because it's a list type, so for list type basically I need to remove the staff name here. Okay, and then select list type. Basically you see this one's right, I just select the staff name, it come up, and then I just select. As simple as that. Okay, done. We are done over here. Then the next step, we're going to drag until what's this highlight over here. Okay, this one just a highlight. Okay, this is up to here. And then the next one we're going to do is, okay, using the conditional formatting over here, right, highlight cell rules. Okay, we are not using this one. Okay, new rules, apply from B5 until B15. Okay, the rule type, highlight this one using formula. Okay, and then we always put equal sign. What's the things over here we can consider of? Okay, of course, first one you need to put n, because there are two criteria here. First is the value and it's not empty. Okay, so somehow it's not that intelligent enough. If I put more than 0, right, okay, more equals to 0, empty cell is still how to say, will be highlighted. By right it shouldn't be. Somehow for this reason, right, you need to use the and. Okay, so first things over here, first thing first, we need to put, okay, so because this is a B, so the only applicable on the B column. So B column over here I didn't change anything, but you see this row, right, I'm going to make a relative reference, which is we will change across. This means that when the cell move downward, right, it becomes B6, extra B, extra column B, and then relative reference row 5. Okay, or we put $sign B5. That's it. Okay, so the column B will be static, will not move. Okay, and this one we put more equals to 0. Okay, later on we will copy exactly the same things to the other one as well. And then this one we are using very standard formula, length, trim, and what's the thing again, and then we are using the same things over here, which is also B5. Okay, so close the trim, and then close the length, and then close the end. Okay, so from here I can bold it, and of course over here, right, what's the, I just make nothings here, and what I'm going to fill up, fill color, also I'm going to put yellow. Okay, done. So you see the things. Okay, exit over here. So from here I can copy the formulas like this. Okay, done. And then I'm going to select this one up to here. Okay, actually just now I just select, if I want to select something different, right, I can select like this as well, but somehow I think I just put on the count more than enough. Okay, so from here this is conditional formatting. Okay, it's exactly like the Google spreadsheet. Unless you close this one, then you need to trigger, I mean you need to click on again. Okay, so from here is under have, so this one I will change to formula, and also I just control B, this one B, right, instead of B I can change to F. As simple as that. You can see how I replicate the formulas. Okay, so from here I just remove this one, I highlight the cell with same color, and then the font color also I could change back to black. Okay, so scroll down and then click done. Okay, that's it. Okay, so these are the two simple summary that we can see. Okay, and I can give you the ideas how it looks like. When moving forward, right, it will be more complicated. That's why I have additional row here. actually this 3 is not enough. Might need to expand another 4 row. So I insert row. So the reason why, okay, so because like for example I need to put checker. These checkers, right, basically is like there are several yearly report or quarterly, depending on your needs. Okay, quarterly, money, okay, daily report. Yearly report, okay, you can do some sort of like, if there are more than 5 years, okay, you can show the report in yearly basis. Okay, for quarterly, first one, right, you consider Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. For these ones, right, for the input, you also need to do some slight amendments. Okay, you need to convert the January, okay, January, February, March. There's a formula to that. This one, you get the quarter one and then quarter two, quarter three, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the formula, okay, basically is like the months, right? The month digits divide by 3, and then it's going to round up entire whole number. Okay, like for example, 4 divided by 3 is equal to 1.3333 something. When you round up, okay, it become 2, because from April, May, and June, okay, it's considered as a quarter 2. Okay, this is a standard. I mean, it's a standard, quite standard. Okay, for everyone practice. But some of the people, I mean, some of the companies, right, their financial year is in different way. Like for example, they are not in December. Okay, the financial year is not on December. There can be November, okay, or maybe October. So like October one, right? So their first quarter will be, okay, October. Okay, for October one, right? Okay, so their first quarter will be November, December, and January, and second quarter will be February, March, April. Okay, because it's subject to the company financial year. Okay, but we used to put financial year as under December. Okay, so that's why 3, 6, 9, and 12. Okay, so 12 is like from 10 to 12. Okay, so the 12 is the last month. Okay, last month of the quarter. Okay, like for example, that December is the financial year. So which means that their I mean the first quarter will start from January, February, March, and so on and so forth. Okay, if if it's a November one, so the fourth quarter will be September, October, November. Okay, so and then the first quarter will be December, January, and February. So this is how we classify it. Okay, so normally we have these kind of things. This is for quarter. For monthly, it's very straightforward. It's just from January until December. January, February, March, okay, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So it's a fixed value, but different years. Okay, so you need to have a year selections. For daily one, okay, so like for example, you select April. So from April, okay, you got 30 days. Okay, for February, it possible got 28. Okay, 29. That's the things. Okay, 29 you'll be the leap year. Okay, and for the rest is like, okay, like January will be 31st 31 31 days. Okay, and April will be 30 days. Okay, so there's a calculation to do all these things as well. Okay, that's why you see there are so much logic inside, and it cannot be covered here. So when I move to the next videos, right, if I possible, I will make the things, okay, with more data. So I will not explain on the rest. I will focus more on the summary so that you have more ideas on that. And if you get how this one able to generate, okay, then you are very good enough. You can produce a very nice report to your reporting managers, and then you can see the variance, and then you do the analysis what's going on towards the data here. Okay. okay. And of course this is just a simple data, okay. And when anything right, you go able to do with Excel one, normally you not speak as the big corporate, okay. When talking about big data right, you definitely need the better solutions. For Excel over here, the Excel you definitely cannot use it. You need to use the Power Query, Power Pivot, or even Business Intelligence or Power BI, okay. Business Intelligence tools, and then Crystal Report, all these things, okay. This is the idea, okay. So you see over here, I just give you two of the examples here, okay. So basically nothing much over here we can break down, okay, because all public holidays is end over here, and there's no special calculations, okay. So like for example, you want to calculate how many the special pay if the people work on the public holidays additional, right? So also can do that, but for it's not very worth to do in this December data, okay. So that's all for this leave management on part 3. This is the final part, okay. And there will no continuous of this part anymore, except we are going to do another Google spreadsheet. In the Google spreadsheet, okay, it will be almost the same basically, okay. So for this one, you can see over here, right? And hope you like today's videos, and if you really like and enjoy what I'm talking about in the videos, and please share to your friends, and also appreciate you can subscribe my channel so that I can get more motivated, and then I will know there's a lot of people in need, okay. So see you in the next video.